Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's Python class. Yes, I hope we have still people to join. Okay, so till people join, yes, we will be discussing the previous program. Okay, yes. Okay, so yes, here, like you can see, in yesterday's class. In yesterday's class, we have seen this program. Okay, this was the last program in our yesterday's class where we were determining whether a given number is a vowel or is a consonant. Okay, so how were we determining? Just we were using an if loop. Okay, so inside if loop we were having this big condition. Okay, in this is a big condition which is culmination of different conditions. Like we have 5 conditions. Okay, so each condition is now jointed with an or operator. Okay, so like I explained in the last class, what does an or operator do? And this or operator, okay, so in this or operator the whole condition becomes true even if any of the one condition becomes true. Okay, so whereas if there is an and operator, the whole condition will become true if and only if all the conditions are true. Okay, so just to explain you more. Okay, so let us say let us take a table. Okay, so now here we have condition 1. Okay, so then we have here condition 2. Okay, so then here we have and operator. Okay, when condition 1 and condition 2 are used with an and operator, and when condition 1 and condition 2 are used with an or operator. Okay, so now when you have condition 1 as false and condition 2 as false, the and when if you use the and operator, the final condition will also be false, whereas if you use or operator also, the final condition will also be false. So now let us take this case where one of the condition is true. Okay, if one of the condition, even if one of the condition is true, the result for and is always false. Then Whereas for OR operator, if even if one condition is true, it will give output as true. Okay. So now let us take just reverse this condition. Even if you reverse, the result remains same, that AND operator will give false only, whereas OR operator will give true only. Okay. So then there is a case called both are true. Okay. When both are true, and will give true, and obviously OR will also give true. Okay. So this is called, we normally call this as truth table. Okay. So we might have, you might have seen this in physics, okay, in computer class, etc. Okay. The same truth table or same operator we use here. Okay. So when you want the final condition be true, when all the conditions are true, then you have to use this AND operator. Okay. So but sometimes you want, even if one condition is true, you want the final condition to be true, then you can use OR operator. Okay. So this is what we have about two operators, and I hope everyone is clear regarding how to use this AND operator. Okay. So now just to explain you about AND operator. Okay, I have a ready-made program in here just to save time. Okay, because we have to type all this. I have already typed this all things. Okay, so what this program does is, it will give an output of the grade. Okay, it will give grade. Okay, so we normally call a program to print the grade. Okay, so how is it giving grade? By using the total. Okay, so how this program normally asks the user to enter the total. Okay, so when the user enters the total, it calculates the percentage. Okay, it calculates the percentage. How to calculate percentage? Whenever you want to calculate the percentage, you have to follow this formula called as scored marks. Okay, scored marks divided by total marks. Okay, into 100. Okay, so this is the mathematical basic formula for any time you have to use percentage. Okay, so how to calculate percentage? Just take scored marks. Like for example, there was an exam conducted for 1,000 marks, and I have scored 500 marks. So what I will do? I will take 500. Okay, so I will take 500. Okay, then I will divide this 500 with 1,000. Why 1,000? Because the whole exam was conducted for 1,000 marks, right? So when I divide this by 1,000, and this whole the product which I get, I multiply this by 100. Okay, this is the formula for anywhere when you want to calculate percentage. Okay, so if you want to calculate percentage, you have to, in the numerator you have to keep the marks you scored, and in the denominator you have to keep the total marks, and you have to multiply this with 100. Okay, so just so we will be implementing this in our program. Okay, so how to implement this? Like, see here, I have a variable called as a. Okay, what am I taking? I am taking a number from the user and converting it into integer and storing it in a. Okay, so then here I am dividing it with 600. Why 600? Because the total marks for my exam here I am giving a 600. This means that there are 6 subjects, 100 marks for each. That this means that the total marks are 600. Then I am dividing it with the number scored. Okay, the score might be 500, the score might be 550, 300, or anything. So I am dividing the score. The score is stored in a, right? So I am dividing the score with 600 and multiplying it with 100. Okay, so then I will be getting this percentage. Okay, so when I get this percentage, I am storing this in a new variable whose name is percentage. Okay, so now I have successfully able to calculate the percentage. Okay, so now depending upon the percentage, we have grades. Okay, so depending upon what percentage a person gets, okay, depending upon what percentage a person gets, we will be calculating grades. Okay, so how are normally grades given? Like they are given like any person who is getting 90% and above, we will be giving them as grade A. Okay, so then any person above between 80 to 90%. Okay, so we will be giving grade as B. Okay, so then 70 to 80 as C grade. Okay, and so on. Okay, so we have this is inbuilt data which you have to implement in your program. Okay, and we have like 50 to 60 is E grade, and anyone below 60, below 50, like anyone below 50, we will be giving them as F grade. Okay, so now depending upon what marks they give, first we have to calculate their percentage, then depending upon what percentage they get, then we have to give their grade. Okay, so this is the whole aim of our program, to calculate grade of the user depending upon his marks. Okay, so now like here just if you want to calculate the grade, just here I have the value of percentage in here. So what I will say, if what is the condition, if percentage is greater than 90, then what I will be printing, I will be printing grade as A. Simple, this is okay. So but then I have this new loop called as elif loop. Okay, what is elif loop used for? When you have to use more than one condition, you will be using elif loop. Okay, elif stands for else if loop. You can place any number of elif loop, and in the end you can have else, which gives you default condition. Okay, so just this elif loop, in this elif loop I am having two conditions. Like I am having two conditions. Condition number one is percentage should be less than 90 and percentage should be greater than 90. Okay, so what is the aim for using two conditions here? Like consider if instead of writing the second condition, if I just write percentage is less than 90. Okay, so if percentage is less than 90, this means that he has scored 80. Okay, 80 is big road. Yes. Then if he scores 70 also, 70% is also less than 90. Right? If he scores 10%, 10% is also less than 90. So here we have to limit the condition from 80 to 70 only. Okay, so if you want to limit the condition for 80 to 70, we have to use two conditions. First condition is percentage should be less than 90, and second condition is percentage should be greater than 90. Okay, then only we will be getting an interval between 80 to 89, because here we have less than, it will not include the number 90. Okay, here we have 90 is included in grade A, so now this will include an interval of 80 to 89. Okay, any person who is getting a grade between 80 to 89, we are giving grade B. Okay, so since we are giving grade B, here we have the most important thing for you to focus is AND operator. Okay, so what is this AND operator doing? It will say this as true if and only if these both conditions get true. Like say if you enter 69. Okay, 69 is less than 90. Yes, 69 is less than 90. This will go correct. But 69 is greater than 80. Is 69 greater than 80? No. So since 69 is not greater than 80, it will not print grade B. So our implementation is working fine. Okay, so now then it will work here. Okay, it will work here because the score 69 shall get grade D. So see here, 69 is less than 70. Yes, correct. 69 is greater than 60. Yes, correct. Since this both the conditions are true, then only it will go inside this loop and it will print grade D. Okay, so I explained you. Like I explained you here, I am showing you how to implement AND operator, and I have earlier showed you how to implement OR operator. Okay, what happens? You go inside OR when only if and only if when one condition is true. Whereas you can go, the whole condition becomes true in an AND operator when both the conditions are true only. Okay, so this is what we have about grade program. Okay, you might also get this as a question in your exam. So just what we will do, we will try to see executing. Okay. See here it is asking me to enter my score. So I will enter a score which is some 90%. So if I score 549 out of 600, then it will be 90%. So I should get a grade of A. So obviously I am getting a grade of A. So what is happening? It is storing that 549 in this variable called as A. Then it is dividing 549 by 600 and multiplying it with 100, so that it is calculating percentage. And depending upon what percentage we get, it is printing the respective grade. Okay, so just let us also try something else. So let us say if I get 340. Okay, so when you get 340, I think it is some 60%. Okay, since it is some between 55 or 60%, 59%, I guess. So it's 340, it will be normally 55%. So it is normally saying that it is grade E. Okay, so then let me say just like 250. Okay, this 250 is pretty low score, it is even below 50%. So it should say grade F. So it is saying that as grade F. Okay, so this is how you have to calculate grade, and you can also calculate percentage by using if, by using elif, etc. Okay, so just I also want to show what happens with this else. Okay, so let us say instead of entering score, I enter -10. Okay, so if you enter -10, what is the score? The score will be the percentage will be something negative number. Okay, since the percentage is negative number, it is saying that as grade F. Why is it saying as grade F? It is saying as grade F because of the implementation of this else loop. Okay, so what is this else loop does? What does this else loop does? Anything if none of these condition comes to be true. Okay, so like when I give minus 10% minus 10 as score, my percentage is negative. It is not even less than 50. So it will go into this else and it will print F. Okay, if you enter anything. Okay, so what is this else statement for? This else statement is for when all the conditions above fail and anything written in this else statement will be executed. Okay, so this is what we have about printing a grade program. Okay, so then the next program for today. Okay, so the next program for today is a program to find LCM of two numbers. Okay, so let us go and find how to first, before understanding the program, we will be building the logic in here, then we will go and write the program. Okay, so just okay. Okay, LCM. Okay, so like I said, like consider you have two numbers, like you have 4 and 5, or let us say 2 and 3. Okay, so if you have two numbers, now you have to calculate least common multiple. Okay, so when you have to calculate least common multiple, you want a number which normally is a multiple of 2 and is a multiple of 3 also. Okay, so how do you check? You normally start with the bigger number. Okay, so you don't start with the smaller number. Okay, so if you want to calculate as LCM, we will be starting with the bigger number. So we will check 3. Okay, is 3 a multiple of 3? Yes, but is 3 a multiple of 2? No. So then 3 is not our answer. Okay, then we will go to 4. Okay, so is 3 a multiple of 4? No, but 2 is multiple of 4, but 3 is not a 4 is not a multiple of 3. So 4 is also not the LCM. Then we will go to 5. Okay, so 5 is not a multiple of either 3 not 2. So 5 is also not answer. Then we will go to 6. Okay, so now we have 6 is multiple of 3. Why? Because we get 3 2s as 6, and we also have 6 as multiple of 2 because we get 2 3s as 6. Okay, so now we can say that 6 is the LCM of 2 and 3. Okay, so this is the basic logic we will be implementing to see this program to know the LCM of two numbers. Okay, so simply just to remind you what we will be doing, we will be starting with the biggest number. Okay, so what is the biggest number? We will try to search, and once we find the biggest number, from the biggest number we will be keep on going until we find a number which is factor of both the question, both the numbers 2 and 3. Okay, so just okay, so let us go and implement this in program. Okay, so I have already written this. Okay, just here, like see, first, what is the first thing we have to do? First thing is to calculate LCM is we have to know which is the greatest number. Okay, so to know the greatest number, just take two numbers A and B. So then if you want to know the greatest number, just you have to keep the condition as if A is greater than B. Okay, if A is greater than B, we have a variable called as greater, okay, which will store the value of A in the greater. Okay, else means A is not greater than B. When A is not greater than B, we will have one more variable called B. Okay, so we will store B in the greater. Okay, when A is not greater than B, we obviously know B is the greatest number. Okay, so here what are we doing? If you enter any number, okay, if you enter 2 and 3, 3 will be stored in the greater. Okay, like if you enter 6 and 5, 6 will be stored in the greater. Okay, so simple. Now we have calculated the greater number. Done. Okay, then come here. Like here we are having while loop. Okay, I hope you all remember while loop we were using in our previous program. And then we have this condition called as true. Okay, so this means that I have already placed a keyword called true. Okay, so just to remind you, whenever you write true keyword, you have to start with a capital letter. Okay, so if you write small true with a small t, okay, it will not recognize. Okay, in Python, true is a Boolean type which is either true or false. Okay, so if you want to write, you should always have true in t as capital in true. Okay, so then what am I doing? I am checking greater. Okay, so like I said, we have 2 and 3. When you have 2 and 3, we normally start with 3. Okay, so we have to start with 3. Okay, so and you have to go 3 4 5 6 and up to so on until when you have to go until you get a number which is divisible by both the numbers. Okay, so what we have to do, I am dividing greater with A, and I am dividing greater with B. Okay, then what am I doing? I am not only simply dividing, I am doing modular division. Okay, why am I doing modular division? Because I have to know whether this number is divisible by 2. Like if say you have 6 is divisible by 3, right? Why 6 is divisible by 3? Because when you modular divide 6 with 3, you will get a remainder as 0, right? So that's why we can say 6 is divisible by 3. Okay, so that's why instead of simple division, I am using modular division and I am comparing with 0. Okay, so now if this comes to be true, okay, so then I will store LCM in greater. If it does not, we will increment greater by 1. Okay, so just to explain you incrementing, like you have 2 and 3, what is the greatest number? 3, right? So we will divide 3 with greater. Okay, what is greater? Again 3. So we will divide 3 with 3. It is divisible, but 3 is not divisible by 2, so 3 is false. Okay, it will not go inside this, so it will just increment greater by 1. So what is the new value of greater? The new value of greater will become 4. Okay, so now again it will divide 4 with 2 and it will also divide with 4 with 3. Even though it is divisible here, 3 is not divisible, so 4 is also not LCM. Okay, so then it will go with 5. Why? Because it hasn't went inside this, it is again incrementing here, so it will go with 5. Again we check whether 5 is divisible by 2 and 5 is divisible by 3. Okay, it is not divisible by both, so it will not again go inside. Again we have this number called as 6 because it will increment again. So 6 is divisible by 2. Yes, 6 is divisible by 2. 6 is divisible by 3. Yes, 6 is also divisible by 3. So it will go, and now it has a new variable called as LCM, because this is the answer, LCM. Okay, so now whatever the greater value, whatever the number is stored in greater number, it is stored in LCM. Okay, when you have 2 and 3, what was the value we had? We had 6. Okay, that's why 6 is stored. Then we have this break statement. Okay, then we have this break statement. Okay, what is this break statement for? Anyone who has attended my previous class, they will know what is break statement for. Okay, so just to save time, what is this break statement? It will make the control come out of that loop. Okay, there is no further increasing of greater, like greater will not go further. It will stop till 6 only. Okay, because it is encountering a break statement. Okay, why am I putting break statement here? Because I have already found my LCM. Okay, you have, when you found your LCM, you need not to go further, right? So that's why I am putting a break statement here. Then I am just converting my LCM to a string variable and just printing it as LCM is my LCM. Okay, so this is how you have to calculate. You are calculating the LCM of two numbers and also you are printing the LCM. Okay, so just let us try, run and see. So it is asking me to enter the first number. The first number is 2 and the second number is 3. So it is getting LCM as 6. Okay, so this is how we are calculating the LCM of two numbers. Okay, so anyone has any doubt, please ask before we go further to the next program. Okay, just let me document this program also. What is this program for? Program to calculate grade based on percentage. So looks like no one has any doubt. Okay, so then what is this program for? This program is to calculate LCM. Okay, so this is just comment section. Okay, it is nice to comment so that whenever you whenever you come again to this program, you will know that this program is for LCM. Okay, so yes. Okay, so yes, okay, let us proceed further. Then the next program is HCF. Okay, so let us come back. Like we said, LCM similar, HCF is also similar to LCM, but instead of multiples here, we will be working on factors. Okay, just to remind you everybody, so let me show you how we calculate HCF. Like say for example, you have 5 and 10. Okay. So what we will do, we normally start with 2. Okay, so we normally start with 2 and then we go up to the smallest number. Okay, so we go up to the smallest number and try to know which are the factors. Okay, so like say 2 is a number. Okay, is 2 divisible by 5? No. 2 is divisible by 10, but 2 is not. 2 is like say, just let me remind you factors. Like if you have 8 as a number, okay, what are the factors? We have 1, 2, 4. Okay, these three are the factors. So how do we, in mathematics, how do we calculate HCF? We list out the factors, like what are the factors for 5? The factors for 5 are 1 and 5, whereas what are the factors for 10? The factors for 10 are 1, 2, 5 and 10. Okay, so now we have to list which is the highest common factor. Okay, 5 is the highest common factor amongst both the number. Then we can say that HCF is 5. Okay, so this is simple method how we calculate HCF of two numbers. Okay, I hope mathematical HCF calculation is clear. Okay, now to calculate it in using a program, what we will be doing is, we will, because earlier in LCM we were starting with the greatest number. Okay, so now here we have to start with 1. Okay, we have to start from 2, not 1, because 1 is factor of every number. And we compare each and every number whether it is factor of 5 and also whether it is factor of 10. Okay, if that number is factor of both 5 and 10, then we will be saying that that is highest common factor. Simple, same logic, but instead of working on multiples in LCM, here we will be working on factors. Okay, so just go to our program. Okay, see here, like you can see, I have two numbers being taken input as the first number is stored in A and the second number is stored in B. Okay, so then I have one more variable called smaller. Okay, so like you can see in LCM we have stored greater. Why? Because we were starting from the greater number. Okay, but here we will be starting from a small, we will end till the smallest number only. Okay, there is no need to go after smallest number because there are no factors after smallest number. That's why here we will be calculating smaller. Okay, the logic to calculate smaller number is same. If A is less than B, then smaller is A, else smaller is B. Same logic, but instead of calculating the larger number, here we are calculating the smaller number. Done. Okay, so then just come here. Here, what are we doing? Here we are using an for loop similar to like in LCM. Then we are going from 1 to the smaller number. Like, let me come back here. Like if you are having 5 and 10, okay, what do? You will start with 1 and you will go till 5 only. Okay, because after 5 there are no factors. Okay, 5 has factors only till 5. Okay, so that's why we will start from 1 and we will go till 5 and we will write which number is divisible by both. Okay, if a number is divisible by both, then we can say that is a factor. Okay, just let me take 4 and 8. Okay, so what we will do, we will take we will start from 1 and we will go to 4. Okay, so 1 is divisible by 4 and 8. Yes, yeah, 1 is a factor. 2 is divisible by 4 and 8. Yes, 2 is a factor. 3 is divisible by 4 and 8. No, so 3 is not a factor. 4 is divisible by 4 and 8. 4 is yes, 4 is a factor. Then what is the highest common factor of both the number? 4 is the highest common factor of both the numbers. Okay, so that's why to implement this, what we are doing is we are starting from 1 and we are going till the smaller number. Okay, so then I am checking simple as in the previous logic, like whether that is divisible. A is divisible by I and also B is divisible by I. If it is divisible, then I am storing that I in the HCF. Simple. Then that is called as highest common factor of both the numbers. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Then I am just printing this. Okay, so just let us run and let me just enter 5 and 15. Okay, now like now you can see 5 is the highest common factor for both the numbers. Yes. Okay, so this is how you will be printing HCF of both the numbers. Okay, so I hope everyone is understanding. Any doubt? Anyone, any doubt or anything you want to say? No doubt. Okay. By the way, is my voice clear? Because anybody please text me that my voice is audible and also my screen is visible. Okay, yeah, it is clear. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now for today's last program, which is important and little bit confusing also. Okay, even though it is confusing, I will make it easy for you. It is to print the reverse of a number. Okay, it is very important program when you consider from exam point of view, like mostly it is being asked. Okay, so what is reversing a number? Like say if you have a number called as 147. Okay, this is the input, but when you give input as 147, the output which you will be getting is 741. Okay, so this is called as reversing a number. Okay, so how are we going to reverse? Okay, so just let us go and go and understand this logic. Okay, so simple, this is the simple and short logic for reversing a number. Okay, so just let me write the name of this here. Program to reverse a number. Okay, so like okay, very clear. Okay, can be used, sir. Swapping. Okay, so Sony, where are you asking this question about? Like regarding what are you asking? Like swapping can be used. Swapping for what? Like please be clear. Okay, for reversing. Okay, so yes, for reversing, swapping can be used. Okay, like if you are able to swap any digits of number, like you can swap 2 digits of number, 3 digits of number, 4 digits of number. Like I think using swapping, we can only swap 2 digits of number only. Okay, so but if you have 3 digits of number, it is not possible. Okay, so that's why it is possible. If you have requirement is only 2 digit number, you can use swap, which is okay. But if you have any requirement, like a requirement to swap a number which is greater than 2 digits, you might want to use this program. Okay, here it is simple. Okay, so I will explain you. So like you can see, just to be clear, we will be using an Excel sheet here because the values of numbers get changed. Okay, so now let us see what is happening here. Okay, just to make you clear, let me run this. Okay, so here what it is saying, it is asking me to enter a number. I am entering 1 2 3. So see, what is the output? The output is 3 to 1. So it is clear that this is a reversing program, right? So now let us understand what it is reversing. Okay, so what variables do I have? I have a variable called as a. Okay, so what is a? A is the real number which we have to reverse. A is stored. Then we have a variable called as reverse. Okay, so then we also have a variable called as reminder. Then we also have simple. That's it. Okay, yeah, that's it we have. Okay, so now let us say I have entered 1 2 3, right? So now let us say I have entered 1 2 3. So what will be stored in 1 2 in the value of a? The a will be having value as 123. Done. Okay, so then what is stored in reverse? Reverse a value, I am storing 0 as in the reverse, so I am storing 0, and in reminder also it is 0 for the first time. Okay, so then come here, what is this operator? Okay, anyone please tell me what is this operator called? Please be quick. If anyone knows, please tell me what is this operator which has a wonder mark and an equal to. What is this operator called? Okay, yes, Abhi Chauhan, very good. It is called as not equal to operator. Very good. Okay, so what it does, what do we have? Yeah, thank you everybody. So what it has, a has the value as 123. So 123 is not equal to 0. Then this means that it is true. Okay, so then what are we doing? We are modulo dividing a with 10. Okay, so what are we doing? We are modulo dividing a with 10. So when we divide, modulo divide 123. Okay, so 123 is modulo divided by 10. Okay, so if you divide 123 with modulo divide, it's okay. Just to make you clear. Okay, like you say, I have 10 here, 120 here, 123 here. So 10 12s are 120, right? So what is the remainder? The remainder is 3. Okay, so we have a new value in this remainder. What value are we having? 3. Okay, so we are storing 3 in this remainder. Okay, so just now the value is 100. The value of it is 123 again. Okay, so we haven't calculated reverse yet. Okay, so what we will do is we will keep remainder here and reverse here. Okay, so just follow this. What is the value of remainder? The value of remainder is 3. Done, because I have shown you how the value of remainder is 3. Then what are we doing? We are multiplying reverse into 10 and then adding remainder. Okay, so what is reverse? Reverse value is 0. So 0 into 10 is 0 plus remainder. What is remainder? Remainder is 3, right? So what is the value of reverse? The value of reverse is also 3. Okay, then we have this thing called as a is a floor division. Okay, like I have explained you this floor division. Like what does this floor division do? It will return a real value. Okay, it will not return a decimal value. Like it will not return answers in point. It will return a real value which lies on the left side. Like you say, if the answer is If the answer is 1.2, it will return 1. Okay. If the answer is 9.6, it will return 9. Okay. So just what that is what this floor division does. So now what are we doing? We are dividing 123 using floor division with 10. Okay. So when you divide 123 with floor division, what do we get? We will get 12. Okay. So because 10 12s are 120, right? So now the new value of A will be replaced from 123 to 12. Okay. So it will go again. So what is the value of A? The value of A is 12. Okay. So 12 is not equals to 0. So it will come here. Okay. So now we are calculating remainder. What is the remainder? When we divide 12 with 10, we will get the remainder as 2. Okay. So now we have here the next statement is we are multiplying reverse into 10. Okay. So how to multiply reverse? What is the value of reverse? The value of reverse is 3. 3 into 10 is 30. 30 plus remainder is 2. 30 plus 2 is 32. So now what are we getting? We are getting 32. Okay. So yes. Yes, Lahari, you have any doubt? Okay, seems like it is a old message. Okay, so we are already short of time. Just try to understand this. Okay, if you have any doubt, we can discuss this tomorrow also. Okay, so now we have this. What is the value in this reverse? We have 32. Okay, so now we are again dividing A with 10. Okay, so just come here. What is the value in A? 12. Okay, so when you floor divide 12 with 10, we will get 1. Okay, so how are we getting 1? Okay, just to explain you, like you are dividing floor, okay, 10 with 12. Okay, so what do we get? 10 ones are 10, right? So what is the quotient? 1. So that is simply the floor division. So we will get the floor division. So the new value of A is 1. Clear? So now what are we doing? Now we have to calculate remainder. Okay, so what is the remainder when you divide A with 10? Okay, so what is the remainder when you divide A with 10? Just let me, like you are dividing 1 by 10. So when you divide 1 by 10, 10 is here. Okay, so 1 is here, and so you can't get the first number. We have to start is 10 ones are 10, so it is smaller. So what we will do, instead of that, we will go 10 zeros are 0. So what is the remainder? Remainder is 1. Okay, so now what is the new value of remainder? The new value of remainder is 1. Okay, so just okay, now what is happening? What is the next statement? Reverse into 10. What is reverse? 32. Okay, when we multiply 32 into 10, what we will get? We will get 320. Then add remainder. What is the value of remainder? 1. Okay, so when we add 320 plus 1, we will get 320. Like you can see, we have started the number with 123, and what is the value stored in this reverse? We have 321. Okay, so then just go here. Now again we are dividing. What is the value of A? Value of A is 1, right? So now we are dividing A with 1, we will get 0. Okay, so because the value of A has become 1. Okay, so just to explain you, just go here. We are dividing 1 with 10. Okay, when you divide 1 with 10, we will be getting 0.1. So it normally takes 0.1. What is the okay, so here what you are doing? You are dividing 1 by 10. So when you divide 1 by 10, you will get 0.1. Okay, since it will not take points, what it will be taking? It will be taking the value as 0. So 0 is not equal. 0 is equal to 0. This condition will become false and it will print reverse. Okay, so this is how you have to print reverse. Okay, so anyone has any doubt, I will give you this data also. Try to analyze this. Okay, so anyone who is by hearting this Python, he will by heart these 3 lines and print. It is okay. So, but he will not learn how to write new programs. Okay, what is remainder? What is happening inside this? Okay, so if you want to learn good programming, you should also understand how this whole iteration is going on. Okay, so just to make you good programmers, I have been also explaining this. Normally, no one will explain you how this iteration is going on. Okay, so just I want you also to try this, how this whole iteration is going on. Divide it by yourself and try. Okay, so any doubt? Because we only have less than 1 minute remaining. Okay, we have a doubt in here. Okay, seems okay. Okay, seems everyone is no one is having any doubt. Even though if you have doubt while practice, you can ask.